Hey cuties, I'm Lanika and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is the General Hospital. This is General Hospital Edition. Alright guys, let's get right into it. On a scale of 1 to 10, what y'all gonna give it? What are y'all giving it? I'm giving it an 8. Tell me what you think in the comments. Alright guys, let's jump into this. We see Laura, they're outside of Kelly's and she tells them, hey guys, to Spencer and Trina, Cam could really use a friend, go check on him. And they were like, yeah. And Spencer, he hugging his grandma and all that. I love Spencer's little relationships with his people. And so then they go in, right? And they're like, Trina's like, what's going on? Why would Spencer need a friend right now? He says since Josh stabbed him in the back. Baby. Okay, I'm sorry. I gotta laugh at this, but okay, let me get it together. He says since Josh stabbed him in the back, and she's like, "What? What you mean?" And so they go in, right? And he says that they all sit down, and Cam was like, "What you guys doing here?" And they were like, we chilling out or whatever, but we're coming to check on you because what's going on between you and Josh?" And Spencer says, he said, "Josh didn't tell you this?" And Cam was like, "I can't believe she didn't tell you." And she was like, "No, she ain't told me anything." And so Cam lets Trina know that Josh broke up with them. She said they was drifting apart. And Spencer said, and I don't believe it. That's all it is to it. And he says, by the look on Cam's face, I know I'm right. So Spencer already know the truth. He been telling Cam, and now Cam can't hide it on his face. But Cam is a man of his word. He's a sweet young man. He told Josh he wasn't going to tell, so he's not going to tell. And so Trina's just like, tell me what's going on. But they was like, we'll just leave it at that, and everything. And Cam, he don't want to talk about it. He don't want to get into it. And plus, he's getting all upset because his feelings is hurt. He saw his girl in the bed with another man, even though he didn't actually see it. I mean, the bed was all tossed up. They were all naked and stuff. He know what went down. Plus, she admitted it and everything. So he's just like, I don't want to talk about this anymore. And what y'all two still doing together? Don't get mad at don't get mad at them, Cam, because your stuff didn't work out. And then you gotta look at these two. Y'all, what you pretending for anymore? This man's locked up. Baby, I'll holler. She got amnesia and stuff, and Cam gone. And Spencer she was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this, or whatever. So, anyways, Spencer tells Trina, we don't have to pretend anymore. I don't know. It's something about these two. They have a nice little chemistry, and I guess because they're kind of in the same, they are in the same age range. It's not weird to see. Now I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want to see any intimate anything with them. I just don't like to see it with the teens. I've gotten old. I don't want to see it with these young people like that. You know, that's why I think I have a hard time watching Joss and Dex. I'm like, I can't get past the fact that she's a teenager. But anyways, child, let's move on. So he said we don't have to pretend anymore. And so Trina really like Spencer though. She said, yeah, but we don't really think it's the Esme that's the one that did it. So for the person that's doing it, that did do it, I think we should still do it to keep up appearances and try to draw them out, right? Yeah. And he was like, yeah, we can do this. She's like, yeah, that'll work, right? And I said, go on and just say y'all like each other. I mean, y'all have to date. And that's another okay, I'll talk about it later. But anyways, go ahead and date and everything and take her out somewhere. What is wrong with these young people? What is wrong with the soaps? Period. Remember when we used to see that they try to bring a couple together, and they used to have the woman getting dressed and stuff, but now it's not even like that. You don't ever see them going out on a date. Well, if you do see them going out on dates, it's not the same. It's that they don't do it like they used to do it. Anyways, let's move on, Nikki. But they're gonna still be together. And so then they started talking about his dad and Esme and this baby. And Trina said, this baby's gonna need you because they're gonna have to have someone positive. She said, Lord, the baby can't be with Esme. I said, I don't know if they keep Esme memory going. This is a sweet Esme. And she said, but your father, he ain't that much better, but he a little better than Esme. And so then Spencer drops the bomb on Trina that he wants the baby, he wants to sue for custody of the baby because she didn't know that yet. So then we go over here to Jocelyn and Carly. And Jocelyn is talking to Carly about how she made a mistake, and Carly is like, what's going on? Because Jocelyn is crying and all that. And she was like, ugh. I heard Cam, and then she starts telling Carly about everything, about how Cam came over and he saw her with Dex, and she just let it all out because that's her mama. She could tell her the truth, and Carly's like, oh gosh, I hate that. And that's another thing. Dex has never took this girl out on no date. You have been sleeping with this man. He's never taken her out on not a date. The first, they can't go anywhere. So all they do is lay up in one of each other's place. He in her dorms, she's at his place, and sleep together. That's all they do. But anyways, moving right along, Carly just tells her, I know and I hate that you hurt Dex, and sometimes we lie because we think we're protecting them, but we're not. And so then they started talking about Carly and Drew and I forgot that. They started talking about Carly and Drew and how he is upset with Carly, and so she don't know if they're gonna be able to work it out and everything. And she said, "What do you mean?" And he, because of her lying, and Josh told Carly she understands why she did what she did, but Carly said, but at the end of the day, we weren't right for it. So then they go back to talk to about Dex, and Carly said the reason I met Dex around the age you were, it was close, it was similar. Almost Carly was a few years older, but so she said, and I love Jason because Carly was like, I met Jason, and I love Jason because he loved risking, taking that chance, doing that risk, but it was awesome because I was so safe around him. So it was like he was taking this risk with his life, but then with me, he was protecting me and I was safe around him and I felt protected and nothing could happen for me. Is that how you feel about Dex? And Josh said yes. I said, yep, yeah, Carly. This is Carly Jr. And she said, you need to think about this road you're going down because it's a dangerous road. And so Josh got a lot to think about, but we don't know. So then Drew is over there with Wiley taking care of him, and he said, "Can we call Mama Carly?" Drew said, we ain't gonna do that tonight." And so Olivia comes by and she tells Drew, she came over so Wiley could stay with them the night at a slumber party. You're like, okay, yes. So Wiley going upstairs to pack. I said, he packing? But anyways, Wiley's going upstairs to get everything together, right? And so Drew and Olivia talking. He tells her about Carly knowing that Nina was Willow's mother and how she sabotaged his search for Willow's mother. And she said the reason I love Carly is because she's that person. Like if she on your team, she's on your team and she gonna do whatever. She said, and that's one of the reasons you fell in love with her. He said, listen, or you wanted that relationship with her. He said, listen, I get that, but then I have to decide, do I want to be with somebody I can't trust? Because at this point, it's not about her lying and everything. Well, it is, but it's also about he don't feel like he can trust her. You know what I mean? He doesn't feel like she lied to him, and so he was like, and she kept lying. So I don't know if I could trust her or not. I don't know. So, anyways, let's see what you got going. So, anyways, he's just like, I just don't know. And because of that, he don't know if he want to still be in a relationship with her or not. And she says, well, I don't know, Drew. You have to. She's going for Carly's defense, but Drew is just like he wants to be with somebody that's not gonna lie to him. That's all it is. And then Carly ends up going over there and seeing Drew because Olivia leaves, and so we're gonna see that tomorrow. Y'all. Anyway, so then we go to Martin, Charlotte, and Laura. They're at the Metro Court, and Charlotte says, "Are you gonna have dinner with us, Uncle Martin?" And he says, "Nah." And she says, "It looks like you could use a friend or something like that." And so he says, "From the mouth of babes." And then he tells Laura he's been thinking about what Cyrus said about, I could help y'all with Victor. And she said, "You're not taking it serious." He said, "Well, he does want to find Lucy, and ain't nobody else finding her." So he thinking about it. Yeah, I'm sorry that noise is my air conditioner. I told y'all my heater is on, and for some reason, whenever they changed my heater during the summer, my bit during the summer, it started rattling. I don't know. I don't know. So, anyways, he tells her, "I was thinking about it." And she said, "Nah, we need to leave that alone." And she says, "Because I'm sure Lucy." Will we'll all be back soon, and we'll find and Valentine and everyone will come back. And he's like, all right. And so then we see Victor on the phone, and they tell him the plan is everything is going according to plan. And he says, "Let me know as soon as you get them." I said, "Oh Lord." So then we see Charlotte. He says, Charlotte, have a drink with me. And she said, I want a drink from you. Because, I guess she said, I want a drink from you. And he says, she asks him where her father is. And he's like, I don't know where your father is and all that, even though he didn't do anything to Valentine. Valentine went on this mission on his own, I believe. Heck, I really don't know remember anymore if Valentine was running away. I think he was Anna was the one who was not free, but Valentine was, and he ran away to be with Anna. I don't know, child. This is one of those storylines that has so many twists and turns. I don't remember. It be months at a time when they do. But anyways, so she's like, she wants to know where her dad is. And she said, I know you put me in that boarding school and you kept me away from my papa. I said, please, Stephanie. Because, Stephanie on Days of Our Lives says, Papa, Papa. I said, but Charlie, you still young, so I'm going to let you get away with this. But once you turn 18, we got to get another name. But anyways, that's just me. That's just me. She can continue to call him that. But anyways, Laura comes over and she says, Victor, she don't want him anywhere near Charlotte. So Charlotte leaves and she tells Victor, like, leave her alone. Like, and he says that he doesn't know. He tells her, I don't know where Valentine and all them are. So then Charlotte, Martin, and Laura sit down and eat, and she's just telling them she's worried about that. She's worried about Valentine. She's worried about her dad because she hasn't heard from him, and usually he would communicate something. And so Laura is just like, I'm sure everything is going to be okay. And she was kind of hinting that she knows what's going on. She hinted at that earlier to Martin, but I honestly cannot remember if Laura knows the whole story or not. Because darn it, it's been going on so long, y'all. Honestly. So then, anyways, Victor is on the phone, right? And they tell him um everything. They're making moves and putting everything in place. And then we see um that because remember, Anna and Valentine and Renee had found Lucy, so they bust the doors open and they go to Lucy, right? And they say, okay, we got her. So then that's when they call Victor. And when they call Victor, he says, take Lucy and Valentine, and you know where to put them. Anna, you can kill. He ain't care about nothing about Anna. And so they're about to do this, right? And Valentine is asking Renee, why would you do this? She told him, for the money. It's all about money. It ain't nothing personal. It's about the money. But then a bomb goes off, and they say, what's going on? And they had these little air, like these little tanks, that you could breathe underwater with. And because they said, what is this in her bag? And so then that's when Anna has the bomb go off. And they said, Valentine said, Anna never trusted you, Renee. So we got an escape route. So they knocked the people out, and then she knocked Renee out, and Anna sitting there talking when they need to be running, talking to Renee about her getting laid out because she was untrustworthy and she never trusted. Anyways, so they get up out of there, right? Because they got Lucy. So Lucy, Valentine, and all them get up out of there. And so Victor, thinking that he has Valentine, Laura goes to him after she talks to Charlotte and Martin, and she tells Victor, stay away from Charlotte. And he says, I'm going to have a relationship with her, especially if she ever wants to see her father again, because he thinks he has Valentine, but he doesn't know that the plan didn't go according to plan. So then we see Lucy, Martin, Lucy, Valentine, and Anna, and she's like, I need to call Marty. Let me call Marty. And they say, you can't, because as far as everybody knows, we're dead. And that was General Hospital, y'all. What did I rate this episode? I don't even remember. Y'all tell me what you think, though. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And I will see you tomorrow for an all new episode of What Happened on the Soaps General Hospital edition. Don't forget that please be respectful to each other in these comments, guys. I know y'all really are really great about that. If you don't agree with somebody, you just start a new thread and keep it going. But please be respectful to each other in the comments. Thank you again for watching. Oh, I will be going live this Friday. I've been forgetting to say it, but I will be going live this Friday. I really want to do a watch, like a watch with me Wednesday. So I'll probably do that next Wednesday, like where we watch the soap together. Y'all probably already been and watched it by the time I go live with it, but Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.